Kimberly Brown.
And I'm Sean Cowig. Here's our top story. The city of Detroit has filed for bankruptcy. The news surprised everyone in America who assumed Detroit went bankrupt years ago.
Stevie Wonder announced he is boycotting Florida due to the verdict in the Zimmerman trial. Unfortunately, Stevie didn't realize the announcement was made while he was standing in the middle of Miami.
A new poll shows that Anthony Weiner has fallen to second place in the New York mayor's race. Weiner claims his support only shrank because it was cold.
You'd know all about that.
I do. It's cold.
Rolling Stone sparked controversy this week by putting the Boston Marathon bomber on its cover. So he'll spend the rest of his life in jail and the next 8 months sitting in that basket next to your toilet.
Jenny McCarthy has been officially hired as a new co-host on The View. McCarthy will bring something unique to the show because she'll be the only co-host viewers even remotely want to see naked.
On Thursday, 14 Emmy nominations went to shows created and featured online by Netflix.
Hey, Kipley? Kip, you all right?
Stand by. Punchline is still buffering.
And now, where hard news meets Hollywood, here to deliver the entertainment report is the only nerd that didn't get to go to Comic-Con. Ladies and gentlemen, Benny Arthur.
Yeah, you know, I didn't want to go see Weezer play Walking Dead 10th anniversary party anyway, so who wants that? In more Emmy news, Peter Dinklage got an Emmy nomination for Game of Thrones. It was a nice surprise because most of the time, he gets completely overlooked. Kind of like me this weekend when all my friends went to Comic-Con and didn't invite me. Among the other Emmy nominees for Best Actor in the Drama is Kevin Spacey. Kevin says he'd like to get an Emmy, but he'd rather have a Tony, or an Oscar, or Greg, or Dave, or Dirk, or Carlos. They're all guys. You know they had a gem panel this morning at Comic-Con? I bet that was truly, truly outrageous. Moving on, Howard Stern tweeted pictures of 3 golden retrievers he and his wife are trying to get adopted. Explains Stern.
Yeah, I told those bitches I'd get them adopted if they took their top off.
You know, speaking of getting girls to take their tops off, back in '05 I was down at Comic-Con and there was this girl dressed as Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica. I didn't get her top off. So moving on, speaking of girls, Kirstie Alley is reportedly livid with actress Leah Remini for leaving the Church of Scientology. Also, for not being made of cheesecake. So, yeah. By the way, this is how I normally dress on every Sunday, so Sunday fun day.
Benny Arthur! Guess who's going to Comic-Con?
Oh my God! Really?
Put it on!
Doesn't Comic-Con end like tonight, like now, like almost now?
You better rush, Benny.
Run! Run, Betty! Okay, Betty, run! Run, Betty! Oh.
Touching story, huh?
What an adorable nerd. Thank you, Benny.
One moment. Buffering complete. The winners will receive their Emmys by mail in a red envelope.
Forbes has unveiled its annual list of Hollywood's highest paid actors. Nicolas Cage would have made the list, but he is no longer considered an actor.
During the British Open Thursday, a golfer broke an ESPN camera worth $80,000 with a shot out of the rough, making it the first time anything exciting has ever happened on a golf course.
You,
I lost my
yeah.
virginity on it.
That was a shot out of the rough.
Oh. Yes, it was.
The Atlantic magazine reports that the entire state of Wyoming only has 2 escalators, and unfortunately, neither of them lead you out of Wyoming.
A line of $120 plain white t-shirts designed by Kanye West has already sold out, said someone who purchased one.
Sure, $120 is a lot to pay for a t-shirt, but can you really put a price on all your friends calling you a douche?
You can't. You just can't. Lee Harvey Oswald's widow is auctioning off his wedding ring, although many people believe a second ring will be auctioned off on a grassy knoll.
A new study claims an early predictor of Alzheimer's is having trouble following the plot of TV shows, which means that soon to have Alzheimer's is anyone who watches Game of Thrones.
The Boy Scouts banned overweight kids from attending this year's Boy Scouts Jamboree. The overweight kids were very upset until they learned that Jamboree wasn't filled with jam.